Just know you're Indian American, but don't let the stereotypes get to you. Just do what you want, and as long as you're happy with it. That's what I think.
David's DOSA radar went off. Beep, 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 beep. DOSAs!
They're tearing us apart. That's what they're doing. They're tearing us apart.
What's going on, everybody? Today we are in the East Village and I am super excited because we are about to run a South Indian food episode.
So previously our Indian videos have been more focused on North Indian food because that was probably what was more available to us at the time. But today we're in East Village, New York, and we are outside of one of the best and only South Indian restaurants in the city. And you know we couldn't do this video without a South Indian friend, and here we got...
Yeah, I'm Vivek. I'm a comedian here in New York City. My parents are from South India. I am from New Jersey, which is like kind of an extension of South India, right?
And of course, to compare and contrast, we had to get our North Indian friend in on it too.
Yo, what's up? My name is Jazz. I'm from South Jamaica, Queens, and my parents are from Punjab.
I'm aware that there are some conversations that, as a Chinese person, I don't really know about.
Yeah.
That the Indians are having.
We're gonna have a really nuanced discussion, and I'm gonna kick his ass once the camera's on.
I came here to fight, man. I came here for the fight.
Hey, man,
I know, in a real fight though.
That's what Punjabis are known for, right?
That's what we're known for.
You got the sheath on your leg?
Yo,
Wait,
man, come here.
Vivek, did you mean kick his ass in real life or on the internet?
At the SAT, the Kumon.
All right, we're outside of one of the only South Indian restaurants in Manhattan, Khiladi. Let's go.
Hey guys.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course, anytime. Yeah.
So here's the owner, Ramya.
What made you want to start this place?
Lack of South Indian food in the city. Simple. Whenever I craved Indian food, most of the Indian restaurants in the city only serve Northern Indian food.
Most people probably are more familiar with North Indian.
Yes, yes. When British ruled India, they couldn't take the spice. And chicken tikka masala is not even Indian food. It's a modified dish to accommodate a white palate at that time. Northern Indian food is more sweet or more rich with cream, butter. South Indian food is more lentils and rice. In general, Indian food is rice, but Southern India we use a lot more of rice, I think. And also the flavors, like we use curry leaf a lot, we use spices a lot. It's like a night and day difference.
Is South Indian food more Indian?
Hi. Hey. I'll be
We're gonna talk about that.
I'll be diplomatic and say like I'm not answering.
Okay, you know what? These guys don't have to be. These guys don't have to be.
They're tearing us apart. That's what they're doing. They're tearing us apart.
We have to talk about this off camera.
Yeah.
Okay, we have an appetizer here.
It's called pani puri. So the pani is the water.
Yeah,
Pani
right.
literally means
It's like
water.
a seasoned
It means
water.
water.
It's like a seasoned
Oh,
water.
it's a seasoned
Yeah,
water.
it's
It's not like, yo,
it's not
let me get
regular
an
water.
aqua.
And then the puri is this like little fried thing that it's like balls is what they refer to it as. And like you pour this into the pani.
So you pour it in here.
And then you gotta eat it like right away.
How many seconds do you have before the pani puri becomes
It's
soggy?
like, maybe like 15.
Yo, let me do this. It almost explodes like a gusher.
So I think this water is sweet. But usually in India, it's really spicy.
Hey, real quick, can we introduce this chai tea? I just remember, and this is my only reference, guys, in Slumdog Millionaire, he's like, do you want to be a lonely chai wala?
Call center assistant from Mumbai. Chaiwala.
Hey, what is chai wala?
I think there's so many of these terms that like a lot of Indian people don't
even know.
Right, and
You know, because it's like such a
think,
vast
like,
ass.
you guys speak so many
born
different
here.
languages
Yeah.
too, right?
So as a South Indian, do you feel like you're represented well in Bollywood, or is it like
I don't
sometimes they
think so.
make jokes, or like
They
they're
do
just
make
not,
jokes.
they just
For
don't
sure
get
make
like
jokes.
the FaceTime in it?
I don't think that they do.
But not enough.
North India, when people talk about India, that's like the default. The culture of like what it is, I think,
Internationally
is more,
known is North India.
Right, and so I think that's where they really benefit from all this stuff. So I recently saw like that movie Lust Caution by Ang Lee. Yeah, but
Oh,
it's
the
like,
Chinese movie,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Chinese
Yeah.
movie. We've seen a few like East Asian films become these like international sensations. With such a strong film culture, why have we not seen that for Indian people?
Or not, maybe people are not ready to see it,
I guess.
or the idea has not come across, or it's not popular enough.
In Japan, J-pop used to be way bigger than K-pop for many years, but what happened was J-pop didn't really, I guess, evolve into a hugely
vibe.
global product
Outside of
like
video game
K-pop
circles,
did,
yeah.
because J-pop more fed the local Japanese market, because the market is big enough for where they could sustain a whole industry off of more local and like a very niche like overseas market. But K-pop, because Korea is not that big, they had to make it popular across the world. So I don't know if maybe that's part of it. Like in Bollywood, they just have such a big internal market.
That they don't need.
They don't need to.
Are we supposed to put sugar in this?
Yeah,
If you want, yeah. But
I would like some sugar in my chai.
These are idli nuggets, which are steamed lentil cakes tossed in house blend spices. This is a chickpea battered fried chicken. The batter itself has a lot of spices. These are munchkins. They're like lentil hush puppies. This is potato, cheese, and ground beef dosa. Wow! Yes. These are the things that my mom or any South Indian mom makes for breakfast. This is puri, or it's called the big poof on the menu. It's a puffed wheat bread. That's a lamb pulao.
Wow.
North Punjabis eat this for breakfast all the time.
How many of these have you had in your lifetime?
Yeah, that's a good question. Probably like 1,000.
1,000.
It's like every time your mom makes this, you're happy.
Jazz, you're North Indian. This is not your native cuisine.
Nope.
How many have you had in your life?
Probably like 100 of these.
Yeah.
Easily 100. But this is more like a Sunday breakfast.
So you're not like you're necessarily your parents wouldn't make it. You will go out and get it.
we do go out and get it. We wouldn't
I
make it
think
at
it's
home.
probably
I cut it like as a lasagna.
South Indian dosa.
doing it with
My
the
bad. I
flour.
already went in. I went
Oh
in.
man, that's good. It's crazy. It's not spicy.
Okay. I'm a little
Dude,
disappointed.
For people who have never had this, imagine like an arancini mixed with lasagna, but with Indian flavors.
Almost like a Indian quesadilla.
That's a good
What's your
comparison.
favorite sauce? The lentil soup is definitely my favorite sauce.
But you're right. You're right in that you needed all three though.
Yeah.
My parents don't really eat meat, so like a lot of the meat spices I'm not as familiar with, but it looks like it's
Chickpea
just
batter,
like
chickpea
fried.
batter.
It looks like a pakoda a little bit, right?
Okay.
Just
Are you
whatever,
allowed to
chicken.
eat meat around your parents?
Here's the thing, man. I'm allergic to so much that at this, my parents are like, fine. You know what I mean? But it's like, normally they would be like, no, you can't do that. Especially the beef. There's beef in that. Generally, like, Indian people are gonna be like, no,
Really?
you shouldn't do that.
There's actually a story a couple years ago. I brought a slice, a pie of pepperoni pizza home.
Yeah.
My dad eyeballed me for so long.
Yeah.
I was like, you want some? I literally told him that. He was so
Yeah.
angry. He threw my pizza out. And then one time I ate Ikanari steak. It was so good. I let
It's
it stay in the
good,
fridge.
yeah.
Ikanari's good.
My dad threw it away in the morning. I was like, so
Yeah.
Kerala fried
yeah.
chicken. Oh man,
Wow.
that has a kick to it.
This is actually tastes more like a spicy mayo.
Yeah. Chipotle
So this
mayo.
is more of the fusion kind of westernized.
Yeah.
That is your mint chutney.
So this is like idli nuggets, which is interesting because most South Indians are gonna eat just straight up idli.
Yeah.
So she has their spin on it where there's like some meat, she's calling it nuggets, which is nice. And then the dip, one of those things is called is sambar. That's like the classic thing,
So I gotta
the darker
put- I
one.
gotta put-
Italy
idli
nuggets.
nuggets.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's like healthy too. This is dal vada. It's like fried dal into like these like potato balls.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We got more.
Ooh.
That's the very popular fish curry I was
Garlic naan
talking
right here.
about.
Wow.
garlic naans.
That looks spicy.
It looks spicy, it's not.
Because everyone's definition is
I know.
Because I
Sometimes
can't.
I don't know what to say when people come to Indian restaurant. They say like, "Oh, it's spicy," and I'm like, "You're coming to an Indian restaurant,
saying this is-
And I have a very fancy
the IBS,
drink which
you
we
have
got
it.
very popular for this summer.
No good. Yeah.
It's a rosé popsicle. The popsicle goes in, and we make the popsicles in house. So try it and let me know.
I'm going in on this pulao. Pulao is one of my favorite dishes. I love pulao.
Pulao is a mixed rice dish. It's
Yeah.
actually not really fried in the same way that like Chinese do it in the wok. I think this
Is this goat?
yogurt. I think that's supposed to go on the pulao.
So these are puris, which again is like a flatter version of what we ate before. Super good. It's super like light.
Do I
So-
do I make a mitt out of it or?
So it's like a triangle. It's kind of like a triangle, you know.
Okay.
And then you just go like this.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
and then
correct.
You mean a little bit like the way people would eat injera in Ethiopia and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
fish curry.
There you go. Dude.
Dude, this is so good.
Wow.
Yo, V, you grew up eating this?
I did, yeah.
Oh, hell
Dude,
yeah.
It's super
Whoa.
good.
And you guys are Punjabi now. I see. You guys
Yeah.
passed the test, man.
So
Can I
This is more
do
his
this?
thing.
Very-
This.
Yeah,
But the
you gotta
curry is
clean
your
the whole
guys'
plate,
thing.
man. You gotta clean the whole
Yeah,
plate.
that like texture.
That's it,
is
yo.
like-
Because if you don't, then your parents are gonna come at
So
you.
this is like if I put some of the fish curry on that.
No, that's fine, dude.
What if I put some fish curry on the pani?
That I would get mad about.
Ooh, try it.
You would get
I'll get
mad?
mad about
Yeah,
Let
man.
Andrew-
Get him
all right,
mad.
getting people more mad about it is more Andrew's thing.
All right, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yo,
All
I don't know,
right,
man.
so
That's
let me-
why
You about to feel the fire right now.
Let me just
Now
pour
I'm
it
like even more mad, bro.
I know,
What is this, like,
nah,
we might have to cut it out.
It's like
Pixelate
Frankenstein
this.
puri.
Pixelate this, guys.
Andrew is the food mixologist. That's one of his
Yeah.
archetypes.
All right, that's pretty good.
Not bad.
Is it okay?
I mean, I told you it wasn't okay already. So
You know what?
V's like,
I'm
yeah, I
listening
mean,
to V.
I'm
I'm
just letting you know
listening
it's
to V. I'm listening.
offensive.
All right, you guys, man, we are wrapping up just this spot. We got one other spot that we're gonna head to, but we're gonna a lot more in-depth discussion, mostly about the Indian American experience.
All like the Indian American problems.
put the camera on me. This man has damage, right? He has damage, and we're gonna work through it.
What's your guys' quick take on the Indian
Did you know there's a
matchmaking
Netflix show about like Indian matchmaking?
I'm going. Goodbye.
All right, guys, we got to move on to our next spot. Shout out to Ramya and Khiladi. But we got a second spot we're going to go to.
Dude,
So,
we are on a South Indian crawl.
We are.
Let's go.
do it. No,
All right, you guys, we just walked a few blocks over and we're at Ahimsa, which is the only vegetarian spot. The owner's from South India.
What rapper from New York does Jazz look like?
Tony Yayo.
Look at this guy. Look at this. The goatee and everything.
Jazz, also, how is it rapping with 50 Cent?
You never flipped on 50 though.
Nah,
50 could always trust you.
Yeah. Loyalty is key.
What can you tell me about the vada?
It's like similar to like what we had at Khiladi. That's a staple. It's like a street food for sure.
Like I could get this on the street of Telugu.
Well, Telugu is a language, but you
Oh,
can
my
get
bad.
it like Pune is the street. You can get it there. I used to get made fun of so much for that being a street name, right?
Pune.
You probably got the Punjabi too, right? A little bit.
It's funny because my dad's cousin lives in Pune.
Yeah.
And they're all like, that's a rich town.
If you don't
yeah.
know, if you don't get the joke, good. And this is the idli, which we had like a fusion version of it at Khiladi, but this is like kind of what it's supposed to look like. What Andrew's gonna do is he's gonna put the mix in the burger, and like you eat it kind of like a slider.
Really?
Except,
And
like,
you would
yeah.
do that even in India?
Yeah, you would.
So this is a bale puri. It's basically like usually you can have it as a dry snack, but this is like more freshly made. Kind of like cornflakes with veggies in it.
Butter, yeah.
Vada.
Oh my
I do want
god.
to stress too that like stuff like that is really easy to make at home. Like if you have
That's
like
really
an
good.
instant pot or like the Migos crock pot, like you can like it's like super easy to make that kind of stuff.
Yo, that lentil soup is delicious. I didn't think a bean soup would be that good.
How's the lassi?
Yo man, tastes like
Yo,
home.
Guys, Dave,
It's like
try the
home.
saffron lassi.
Told you.
Delicious.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
This is next level. I'm in a different universe with this one. Got a little seed in there. Boom. Okay. Close it up.
Ooh.
Pav bhaji.
Dude, it almost looks like a southern Atlanta, Georgia country roll on.
Yeah, and it's like this is one of those things if you tell white people about, they're not gonna be like, oh, I know exactly.
So,
You know what I mean?
major points for having
Major
this.
points. Major points.
Can you dip that in the lentil soup? Like,
I mean,
is that okay?
That's better than what you did before. It's better than what you did before.
Progress is
Yeah.
progress.
Verdict says.
Good, man.
It's like a cornflake snack. You know, you make it at home.
Yeah, it's possible.
Your lemon rice, this is on house.
Do you appreciate it when somebody makes an honest effort to say the accent like in the Indian way?
I do. I always say that like if people don't know how to say my name the right way, we're not friends. It's not that hard, number one, and then two, it's like you gotta have the respect to like say the name the right way.
Right, you gotta put in that effort.
It has like a meaning that I care about.
If you make an effort to actually say it right, I'm
Yeah.
okay with it. But if you're making fun of it, and at that point I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, come on.
What's
Do you
your,
see me?
What's your real name?
I'm just deep.
Say it the right way, just deep,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. My dad had put a little Western accent to it from the beginning.
You guys, we are looking at two different types of rices here
We are.
from southern India.
This one is the lemon rice, right? Which
Ooh.
is referred to as chithrana in my family.
Almost looks like a poppy muffin.
This is tamarind rice, okay, yeah. So this is like another staple.
Yeah.
They look nearly identical.
Man, it was pretty good. It was. I think the tamarind flavor was like pretty light. For South Indian people, you're expected at your peak to become the CEO of Google.
Sure, yeah.
Jazz, the most famous Punjabi right now, is Nav.
All the Punjabis are gonna get mad. There's no way it's Nab, dude.
Now you guys are all coming to America, but it's not all Indians who can come to America.
Right. It's like privileged people can come. Yeah, that's basically how it works. It's like the way that a lot of Indian people come is through the H-1B. You have a job or you're going to college. That's how my parents came here.
But that's not true for the Punjabis, right?
They took the hard route to come here, you know? Can't really talk about it, but yeah.
Okay.
You know, crossing borders and stuff, you know?
Russell Peters said this in an interview. He said in Canada, the ratios are flipped. More people came in the hard way and they have fewer of the elites. And in America, we got more of the elites, fewer of the hard
Right.
way.
In Canada, when I go there, the Punjabis are kind of seen as the bodyguards, kind of the macho dudes. These are like kind of guys who could beat you up on the street. But then in America, like
more
the image of
tame,
Indians is
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
While it's funny because the image of like, for example, Cantonese, Chinese people in America is more like working class. And then in Canada, Cantonese people all come from Hong Kong and they're more elite.
What do you guys think is the future of Indian food in the Western world?
I hope the future is like Khiladi. I think that's a super cool restaurant that is like authentic, and then I could see like me and my friends hanging out. And I think the way she described she wants people to feel in there, which is like you get a bunch of drinks, you know, you're hanging out, you get
I think
some
she
street
nailed it
food.
on what her objective was.
That's what I want the
Because I
future
felt
to be.
like she wanted just a fun environment, right?
Yeah.
I like a new twist to it. I felt like she achieved it.
Don't let other people define who you have to be, not even your parents. You can find successful role models that mimic your life philosophy, but you gotta look deep cut enough. I don't know, for some people they need to see somebody who looks like them be outside of the box and be successful so they can follow their footsteps. Did you guys know that Tim Grover, Michael Jordan's trainer, is actually Punjabi?
No.
That's crazy.
I thought he was
huh?
Italian
that's
this
crazy.
whole time.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's born in Punjab.
His
Like,
name is
right
Tim
born in-
Grover Singh.
Why you
Like
take out
Indian.
the sing though? That's what I want to know.
But to be fair to Tim Grover, I don't think he benefited too much from being in.
It could have hurt him.
Yeah, for example, you're talking about names, like Kamala Harris refers to herself as like Kamala Harris,
Yeah.
right? But her name is Kamala Harris, you know? So like even to that degree, she's kind of let this name turn into like a more
The Anglo
sort of like
pronunciation.
Anglo pronunciation. I think it's very frustrating for us to see people who are supposed to represent us at this like elected level. Like Indians are just waiting to
Wait for
have
the
a
time.
leader that people are proud of.
Yeah.
You just want to see people like at least acknowledge that this is a community that exists.
But some people would argue why you giving Tim Grover a pass.
Yeah.
Tim Grover's not a politician. He's not like a pop star. He doesn't claim to be this like representative for anybody. There's Suraj Patel who just ran here and unfortunately he lost, but he definitely has. And you know, there's a few at like the congressional level, but at the national politics level, this is why people have a problem in our community with Kamala Harris.
What would you say when people say, oh, V, you're being too picky?
You know, if you don't demand that kind of respect for your people now, or just like you're never gonna get it. All minorities in general, it's always a fight to like kind of explain to people what you want and why what you want is important.
Pave the path that you want and use the advice from them.
Yeah. Oh!
Sorry, we gotta pause that.
Yeah.
David's DOSA radar went off. Beep, 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 beep.
No. Continue
Yeah,
letting
yeah.
them know.
All right, record scratch, edit. You guys got
Continue
this.
letting them know.
Yeah.
While we have this
Go.
gigantic shut the game down
Whoa.
tier dosa,
Oh.
they just put it on the table.
Straight. I don't know if that's more Indian style. Just-
You can study and do well at school, and if you spend an hour every day
Of your
doing
future,
music, doing graphic design, whatever you want to do, just an hour every single day, you'll get good at that. And you can do both. You can like be like, Mom, Dad, I'm a great student. Also, I'm really good at this other thing.
But eventually, when you're good at that habit, you're saying that you'll just stop the other
You
and
have
you'll
to pick,
focus.
but like if you're at the level where you don't even know,
Yeah.
right? It's like you can realize that like nothing is all or nothing. Like if you're young, everything is available. You can like just work at it and it'll be fine. Don't accept the role people like want to give.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm Indian. Indian people are cool. Indian people can be sexy. Indian people can be whatever they want. If you do that, like, just never let people define who you
Yeah,
are.
who you are. Just know you're Indian American, but don't let the stereotypes get to you. Just do what you want, and as long as you're happy with it, that's what I think.
But man, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. What was your guys' favorite thing? Hypothetically, what would you
Yeah,
whole
so
day?
I'm still going the dosa and the idli would have been my favorite two things.
Yo, Bale Puri forever, man. So good.
I'm going with the pav bhaji.
There
That's
we
my
go.
pick.
I'm gonna go with the idli in the lentil soup. I thought this lentil
Yo,
soup
I
was
told you, man, I
amazing.
told you.
It's a return.
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot to get the we gonna do this question and be out. Bollywood.
I'm not a huge Bollywood guy, but there are some movies that Three Idiots, Lagan, bro.
Hari said the South Indians don't watch Bollywood. Is that true?
I mean, that's more true because there's Tollywood. There's Telugu Hollywood. So
Have their
like,
own industry.
yeah, so but I'm into some of the Bollywood movies, man. Some of them are good. Give them a chance.
Yo, is Bollywood like Punjabi
I don't
guys?
really watch it, but my parents will love it.
They're like, Jazz, why don't you be like
Yeah.
them? Like,
Yeah,
is
they
it-
do.
They
I'm
say
like,
that?
My biggest takeaway from this whole conversation is they tried to tear us apart,
yeah. But we still
and
together.
we stood strong. We did it.
Yeah.
Come on, which is
Yeah,
I think that like a lot of us, all minorities, have like a lot of similarities, and I think it's super important to like talk through them. And I think what you guys are doing is awesome.
Yo, huge shout out to Vivek, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Jazz,
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thank you guys. Thank
I'm not playing off any pre-existing controversy, but there was like 20 videos I watched about North versus South Indian.
Yeah.
And then
We got really hyped. We really wanted to see a fist fight.
Yeah. So my Instagram is at Indian Maisel. So it's like Marvelous Mrs. Maisel except Indian. Indian Maisel. And I host a podcast called 9 to 5 Cast, which is about like workplace culture. We have some other stuff that I'm going to talk to these guys about to get some help, but some YouTube stuff maybe coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jazz, where can they
is-
find you in the city?
My Instagram is Jazz the Smooth, JAZZISSMOOTH.
You got a mixtape dropping?
Yeah, yo, coming soon, yo, to the streets of New York City.
In the comments down below, let us know what your favorite South Indian dish is, and let us know if you guys would like to see us do this similar type of video with any other culture. Man, I hope you guys really enjoyed that video, and I hope you guys made it to the end because there was a lot of hilarious stuff that was said, and insightful stuff, and smart stuff, and great discussion. So thank you for making it this far, and until next time, we out.
Yo, Jazz, man, we got the desserts. This is the end slate. Shout out to you guys for watching. I appreciate it, man. We just threw this in. We don't even have a mic on.
You even know about it.
Yo, what is that?
That's the vegan rice pudding right here.
Right, because everything here is vegan.
Yeah.
And I got
That's the regular kheer.
Like we have the first
Not bad? No,
What is this mango?
no coconut. This is vegan.
Oh, snap! Unexpected, man. Last but not least, man, of course.
The Khiladi coming.
This is a Punjabi sweet, right?
Yeah.
But it kind of went hand in India, right? Yo, this is like, is it crazy to say that the
The goat of desserts.
It's like, man, this is like, between this and the warriorness, gulab jamun.
Oh, that's good.